when I was about 9 years of age. I had a dream that remained deeply impressed in my mind my whole life. In this dream, I seemed to be near my home in a fairly large yard. A crowd of children were playing there. Some were laughing, some were playing games, and quite a few were swearing. When I heard these little words, I jumped immediately among them and tried to stop them by using my words and my fist. At that moment, a dignified man appeared, a nobly dressed adult. He wore a white cloak, his face shone so that I could not look at him directly. He called me by name, told me to take charge of these children, and added these words.
You will have to win these friends of yours, not by blows, but by gentleness and love. Start right away to teach them the ugliness of sin and the value of virtue.
Confused and frightened, I replied,
I am a poor, ignorant child. I can talk to those youngest about religion.
At that moment, the kids stopped their fighting, shouting and swearing. They gathered round the man who was speaking. Hardly knowing what I was saying, I asked,
Who are you? What do you mean to do this impossible?
Precisely, because it seems impossible to you. You must make it possible through obedience and learning.
Where? By what means? How can I become knowledgeable?
I will give you a teacher. Under the guidance, you can become wise. Without her, all wisdom is foolishness.
But who are you to talk that, to speak like this?
I am the son of the woman whom your mother has taught you to greet 3 times a day.
Hold on. My mother tells me not to mix with people. I don't know you unless I have her permission. So tell me your name.
Ask my mother what my name is.
At that moment, I saw a beautifully dressed lady appear. She wore a mantle that sparkled all over as though covered with bright stars. Seeing from my questions and answers that I was more confused than ever, she beckoned me to approach her. She took me kindly by the hand and said, "Look." Glancing around, I realized that the youngsters had all apparently run away. A large number of goats, dogs, cats, bears, and other animals had taken their place.
This is the field of your work. Make yourself humble, strong and persevering, and you will see happening to the animals in a moment is what you must do for my children.
I looked round again, and where before I had seen wild animals, I now saw gentle lambs. They were all jumping and bleating as if to welcome that man and lady. At that point, still dreaming, I began crying. I begged the lady to speak so that I could understand her, because I did not know what all this could mean. She placed her hand on my head and said,
In good time, you will understand everything.
With that, a noise woke me up and everything disappeared. I was totally confused. My feet were sore from the punches I had thrown, and my face hurt from those I had received. The memory of the man and the lady and the things said so occupied my mind that I could not get any more sleep that night. I wasted no time in telling all my dream. I spoke first to my brothers who laughed at the host thing, and then to my mother and grandmother. Each one gave their own interpretation. My brother Joseph said,
Giovanito, you will become a keeper of sheep, goats, and other wild animals.
my mother commented,
Who knows? You may become a priest.
Anthony merely grunted,
Hey, perhaps you become a robber thief.
but my grandmother, though she could not read or write, knew enough theology and made the final judgment, saying,
Pay no attention to dreams.
I agreed with my grandmother. However, I wasn't able to cast that dream out of my mind.
Please thank our wonderful athlete.